This video is going to get you ready for the household lab. This video works best with the sound on. Let's check out what we got going on. The good news is you don't have to wear lab glasses or aprons because the materials used in this lab are things you could find in your home. Also, this lab is going to be the type of lab where we're going to work with some knowns and find out what we know about the things on the front table, and then we're going to use that knowledge and those observations to solve the identity for unknowns, which are on the back table. By the way, this will be a theme the entire year. This is the handout you're going to get, and you're going to want to check this out. Make sure that you follow the directions and put your observations in here. This being the front page, this being the back page. You and your partner are going to get one of these, and you're going to fill it out together and use it at the end to put your answers into Canvas. So if you look at the front table here, the front table is going to have 4 vials, A, B, and then on the other side, C and D. Those are going to be the what we call the knowns, because we're going to figure out the interactions between those and the indicators. On the back table, however, as we walk to the back here, we'll see that there are vials numbered 1 through 10. On one side, we have 1 through, you can see 6. And then we go to the other side, and we have numbers 7 through 10. Something important about those: on the one side, we have vials with 2 powders in them. And then on the other side, 7 through 10 has 3 powders in them. Talk about that in a second. When you use the spot plates here, and these are kind of interesting little plates because they're not labeled and they have holes in them. Don't use the holes, use the little indentations. We're going to make sure we go to and use the proper spatula. As you can see, some spatulas are labeled. All the spatulas are labeled. Then we're going to take just a little bit right there. A BB size is what it says. And we're going to put it right into a little well right there, just like that. And that is plenty. Those containers of knowns and unknowns will stay in their spot. At your table, you will have indicators 1, 2, and 3. You also have a spot plate for each side there. So you're going to use those. Again, on your main job is to tell me which 2 powders are in each of the 1 through 6 containers. So for example, container 1 could be, the answer could be AB, or it could be CD. The key here is there are no repeats. So that's kind of nice. On the other side of the table, 7 through 10 is going to be 3 powders that we put in there, a combination of 3 powders. And you got to figure out which 3 are in there. Again, this is where you kind of put your information about the knowns on the front table. This is where you put your observations about what's on one side, 1 through 6. And hopefully you can figure out what combinations, 2-letter combinations, go in here. On the other side of the table, we're going to be doing 3-letter combinations right in here. Again, keep your observations short and simple. And just a quick note, if nothing happens, that's actually okay. And that is going to be something that happens often. So you just write NR for no reaction. That's an acceptable answer. And it's actually going to help us determine what's going on. Lastly, a few words of wisdom here or advice. Use the process elimination. Don't get caught trying to figure out everything. Just put down what you do know, and then you can figure out based off of what you have down. Also, make sure you always clean up after yourself. Leave your lab station exactly the way you found it. If you don't know where something goes, or you don't know how to clean up something, let me know. Ask a question. And the last thing, on the second day, you'll have an opportunity to put your answers into the Canvas quiz. And that's nice because you'll get your answer, what you got on the lab right away. Both you and your partner need to do that, so make sure you do that. Hopefully this has been helpful and it'll make you have a great lab experience.